It's happening! The much-anticipated war between Serena and June is here, but there's a side storyline that seems to be more important currently. What the hell is going on with Janine? Here are some important storylines you need to remember before watching the remaining episodes of Season 5. We'll start off with the most obvious one: Fred Waterford is gone. It has been a while since viewers saw the jaw-dropping finale of The Handmaid's Tale Season 4, and we still can't get over it. It was, without a doubt, one of the most satisfying scenes in the entire history of cinema. But June isn't done, and she won't stop until she gets the other Waterford down, along with destroying Gilead and saving her daughter. As you already know, the show is based on author Margaret Atwood's dystopian novel of the same name, and once it premiered, it practically took the world by storm, having won many awards, including the very special one, an Emmy for outstanding drama series.
Emmy goes to The Handmaid's Tale!
One of the reasons this show is so appealing to viewers is that it actually depicts events that happened or will happen in the future if we don't take matters into our own hands. Following the awful regime of Gilead, a totalitarian, patriarchal society with absurd beliefs that suggest women have no rights, The Handmaid's Tale is focusing on the handmaids who get awful treatment by this regime. To be more precise, they are seen as baby-making machines. The fourth installment was the one in which viewers saw more progress, especially in the protagonist storyline. June, a character played by the amazingly talented Elisabeth Moss, finally tasted sweet revenge. The most hated villain in the story was given what he deserved thanks to June and some of her fellow handmaid refugees. She practically chases after Fred in no man's land as he runs for his life, beaten up. He's then brutally murdered. But that wasn't enough for our beloved June. She had to put his body hanging on the wall. Fred's gone, and this is the most important storyline that'll lead the rest of the series. His murder is actually what sets the war between Serena and June. And just as you know, Serena hates losing, which is why she won't stop until she takes June down. Based on the 2 already released episodes of Season 5, June will have to work harder in order to take Fred's widowed wife down. We knew it would be hard for her, but we never expected it to be this problematic. Another thing you should remember is that June has chosen Nick over Luke.
Positive identification. It's your husband. He's dead. I'm very sorry.
Fred's murder has a lot of influence on the protagonist's life. Choosing to taste the sweet revenge did not only mean killing Fred, it also meant that she's now choosing Nick over Luke. If June decided not to do what she did, she would have chosen her past, but with what she chose to do, she also chose Nick, the person who represents her future. Luke also realized that his wife is not the same person she was in the first installment of the series. How could she stay the same after everything that happened to her? June's purpose is more than obvious, and while Luke finds it difficult to understand, Nick doesn't. He knows that she must do this in order to take Gilead down. This, however, doesn't mean that Nick and June can be together. He's married. We ought not to forget that. Another thing we should all remember is that you need to smash that like button if you haven't done it already.
You are my fucking life.
June is now a criminal, at least for the people in Gilead. Gilead never really cared for Fred Waterford, especially after he started talking a bit too much to the wrong people. Their feelings towards Fred are super clear, but that doesn't mean that they'll just sit and watch a woman murder a commander. Gilead is not the only threat to June in Season 5. She also needs to defeat Serena, and more importantly, those people in Canada who believe Gilead is a super amazing regime. In the 2 already released episodes, we discover that at some point, the protagonist will fight Gilead from a distance as she also tries to save her daughter. Now let's get into more details regarding Janine's future. Just as expected, there's a lot going on in the 5th installment, not just with June but with every other character in the show. There are so many storylines, so much to explore, and only one season. Based on what happened at the end of episode 2, the new installment will focus on one major thing: the war between Serena and June. Things are about to get ugly, and we were warned before. In the 2 already released episodes, Serena spent a lot of time convincing everyone she was the widowed victim, staging an enormous funeral event for Fred Waterford. She's trying to convince everyone she's the victim, and sadly she's succeeding in this scheme. The title for episode 3 is Widow, and based on that, we already know she'll do a lot of acting in order to convince people June is the bad guy. Here's the full synopsis for episode 3. June and Moira join a rebel outpost. As a pregnant widow, Serena tries to restore her status, and Lydia questions her strict methods of dealing with handmaids. Excuse me? Questioning her strict methods? There it is, the storyline we're all waiting for, and Dowd's character is about to change, and we only hope the show stays loyal to the source material, meaning that Aunt Lydia will be the one to destroy Gilead once and for all. Do you think this would happen? Now, you had some theories regarding Janine's future in the series, and a lot of those theories proved to be quite reliable. At the end of episode 2, Janine's future seems quite uncertain after she got poisoned. But we have some good news for you thanks to some very dedicated fans. We know she'll survive. If you're a Hulu subscriber, you can see through the app or the site a promo for episode 3. In this promo, you can see Janine in a hospital bed with Aunt Lydia. This also proves the theory of Aunt Lydia changing her methods. She won't let Janine die, that's for sure, but how long will it take for her to fully turn against Gilead? What do you think? In the meantime, June is realizing the evil manipulations of Serena, and she's already working on a plan. She's obviously working on a plan with which she'll try and destroy Gilead. We just can't help but wonder whether Nick will help her with this plan. And the last thing you need to remember before watching the remaining episodes of Season 5 is that this won't be the last season. The Handmaid's Tale has been renewed for yet another installment, and yes, the 6th season will be the last one. Just like the case with Season 5, which was confirmed before the 4th season premiered, the show's 6th and final season was renewed by Hulu shortly before the release of the 5th installment. Along with the announcement, creator and showrunner Bruce Minner said, "It has been a true honor to tell the story of Margaret Atwood's groundbreaking novel and the chillingly relevant world, and we're thrilled to bring viewers a 6th and final season of The Handmaid's Tale. We're grateful to Hulu and MGM for allowing us to tell this story, which unfortunately has remained as relevant as ever throughout its run, and are in awe of our incredible fans for their unwavering support, and without whom we never would have gotten to this point. We have nothing to worry about because the Handmaid's Tale content will keep you entertained for a bit longer and beyond Season 6. It has been confirmed that you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future." No, seriously, Hulu announced that we'll see another Margaret Atwood project. Miller is already working on the adaptation of The Testaments, which will be set 15 years after the events of The Handmaid's Tale. See you in the next video.